POV. You're forced to choose who gets saved every hour. Level 1. The call. Your phone rings at 3:14 a.m. You don't recognize the number. You answer anyway. The voice is calm, too calm. There are two people in danger right now. You have 60 seconds to choose one. The other doesn't make it. You think it's a prank. You say nothing. 50 seconds. Your hands go cold. A man named David, diabetic, locked in a warehouse on the east side. Or a teenage girl named Sarah, stuck in a car, river rising fast. You hear water in the background. You hear breathing. 30 seconds. You whisper Sarah's name. The line goes dead. You don't sleep that night. By morning, you see it on the news. A man found unconscious in a warehouse. Diabetic episode. Survived, but just barely. And Sarah's car was pulled from the river. Empty. She was already out. Your choice didn't matter. You exhale. You almost feel relief. Then the second call comes. Level 2. The pattern. Same time, 3:14 a.m. Same voice. You did well, or you think you did. Tonight is different. This time there are details, names, faces, locations. A construction worker in Queens, 3 kids at home. An elderly professor in Chicago, published 12 books, no family left. 45 seconds. You realize this isn't random. They're giving you information now, feeding you context, making you feel responsible. You choose the construction worker, father, kids, future. You hang up. You tell yourself it's the right call. 3 nights pass. Then it rings again. You don't hesitate to answer. That's when you realize you're already in it. Level 3. You start researching. You want to understand the pattern. Both cases made local news. Small incidents, barely covered, but they were real. You search deeper. You find a thread on a forum you've never heard of. Others. There are others getting these calls. Different cities, different numbers, same voice, same time, 3:14 a.m. Someone in the thread calls it the ledger. They're not testing who you save. They're testing who you let go. Your stomach drops. You close the laptop, but you bookmark the forum, and at 3:14 a.m., you're already awake, waiting. Level 4. The stakes double. Tonight, the voice gives you a scenario that stops your breathing. A hospital, backup generator failing, 2 patients on life support, a 7-year-old boy, and a 34-year-old nurse, 4 months pregnant. 30 seconds. Your hands are shaking. This isn't hypothetical anymore. You can feel it, the weight of it. You say the nurse's name. You say it because you tell yourself 2 lives over 1. The line dies. You cry for the first time. You don't know why. Maybe because it was easy, and it shouldn't have been. The next morning, no news, no incident. You search for hours. Nothing. That's when the voice sends a text. The first time it's ever texted. Some levels are tests. Some are real. You'll never know which. Level 5. They know you. The calls stop for 2 weeks. You think it's over. You start sleeping normally. Then a package arrives. No return address. Inside, a folder. Photos of you, your apartment, your routine. A handwritten note. You've been selected for active rotation. $4,000 deposited to your account. More after each session. You check your bank. $4,000. Real money. You should go to the police. You pick up the folder instead. Inside are profiles. 12 people. And a schedule. You're not receiving calls anymore. You're making them. Level 6. The other side. They give you a script. A protocol. You call the first name on the list. A man named Terrence, Detroit. Your voice comes out calm. Too calm. Just like the voice that called you. Terrence panics, asks questions. You give him the scenario. You give him the countdown. He makes his choice. You log it, send the data. $800 hits your account within the hour. You tell yourself you're just passing information. No one's actually getting hurt. But you remember thinking the same thing when you were Terrence. Level 7. The currency of choice. Weeks pass. You're running 6 calls a night now. $22,000 in 30 days. You've moved apartments, cash only, new phone, new number. You don't use the forum anymore. You know too much about how it works. The scenarios are getting more specific, more real. You start to recognize names from local news after calls. A bridge incident in Nashville, a fire in a school basement in Phoenix. You don't read the full articles. You can't. You just log the data and send it up the chain. There is a chain. You know that now. You're somewhere in the middle of it. Level 8. What you've become. One night, you call a woman named Elena, mid-40s, Cleveland. She answers on the first ring. Before you can speak, "I've been waiting," she says. Quiet, steady. "I know what you are. I know what this is." Your script means nothing now. "I used to do what you do. I made the calls. I logged the data. I told myself it was just information." Silence. Then, one day, they put someone I loved in the scenario. Your throat tightens. My daughter on one side, a stranger on the other. She doesn't need to finish. You already know how that kind of story ends. You hang up. You sit in the dark for a long time. Level 9. The ledger balances. Your phone rings, 3:14 a.m. Different number, not your protocol, not your schedule. You answer. The voice is new, younger, following a script. There are 2 people in danger right now. Your blood runs to ice. You hear your own name and someone else's, someone you've never met. 45 seconds. You understand now. Everyone who joins the chain eventually becomes a node in it. The callers become the called. The ones who chose get chosen. 10 seconds. The ledger doesn't collect money. It doesn't collect data. It collects decisions, and it never loses a debt. 10. You think about Terrence. You think about Elena's daughter. You think about Sarah, the car, the empty seat. 5. You think about the first night, how you answered a call at 3:14 a.m., how you thought it was a prank. 1. You say nothing. The line goes dead. Somewhere, a phone rings, and someone answers. The ledger never closes.